So it's the middle of the night, and I can't sleep, and I've just been having crazy things kind of going around in my head, and I thought, maybe if I just got them off my chest and out of my head, perhaps I'd be able to go back to sleep. And I've realised just thinking about this crazy world that we're presently living in, how weird things have become, and how it's almost like a reset, how we've kind of gone back to some times and some places that we used to kind of inhabit, the things that we used to do, and it's surreal. It's made me sort of think about kind of how, the gift of time, I suppose. The fact that we have suddenly all this extra time because we kind of don't travel to work, and we're at home, and from the moment we wake up until the moment we go to bed, we're kind of in the same place. We have to somehow fill it. And it's kind of made me think about this, what's a gift? It's kind of the gift of time and the gift of boredom. I've always kind of felt that being bored is one of the best things that you can possibly ever do to yourself. Because when you're bored, you have to kind of find creative ways to kind of entertain yourself. And so when you're really, really bored, then you kind of find ways to make games, to change what you're doing, to make ordinary, boring things like a stick suddenly become a sword, or a flute, or a poo stick, or just anything. And I just think perhaps right now we've got that opportunity again. I was thinking back to kind of when I was young, and my parents my mum was in a generation as a farmer who was basically just allowed to go and do whatever she liked, roaming off in the fields all day and coming back at dinner time. And it was different for me because we sort of lived in a suburban household, and all of a sudden, despite my mum having that opportunity, I think we were sort of weren't allowed to go too far. We all sort of stayed pretty much in the garden and in the house, and never much further than that, unless we were seeing friends. And so, we had to come up with, lots of games, and because of that, we were always kind of, thinking about new things to do with the coffee table, turning it into a city, or, making castles and that sort of thing. And I'm just thinking that, we've got that time again, because of this crazy virus that's going around. And so really, as crazy as it all is, and frustrating as it is because we can't see our friends and we can't do the things that we would normally like to do, perhaps we should not worry about that so much right now, because that will change and it will get better. And instead go, okay, I've got some time now. How can I use it? And what's the best thing I can do with it? And can I be creative? And can I come up with some crazy games and some new ways of thinking, and art and writing and books and stories and cooking and gardening, because we have all of a sudden the gift of boredom and the gift of time. There you go. Good night.